All right, welcome to Talkin Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about a Bitcoin miner that just put out a press release yesterday, and it was not good news. It was not received well. This Bitcoin miner is down 99%, more than 99% off of its 52-week high. And just yesterday, it was down 24% in one day. Today, it continues to cascade downward. So I want to go through what they had to say and where they stand. So if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could please smash the like button, and if you want to support the channel, you can hit the join button and become a member. So we have member only content. We also have once a week, this afternoon in fact, a members only live stream. So you're welcome to join us there. Okay, let's get to it. The Bitcoin miner that I'm talking about is Greenidge, stock ticker GREE. And again, they are down 99.7% off of their highs. So this is catastrophic. I just want to go through where they're at. We're going to look at their charts, but I want to take a look at the press release that they put out yesterday that started this final leg down here. Okay, so before we dig into that, I always like to put things into perspective. Right now, the market cap of this company is $53 million. So I want to show you a historical market cap. This company's only been trading for just a little bit over 1 year. So this is the historical market cap. You'll see if we go all the way back to the beginning, this was a $1.3 billion company when they started trading. To be fair, they quickly got down to a $900 million company, but still they've gone from $900 million down to $50 million. So of all the Bitcoin miners, this Bitcoin miner is down the most by far. So let's look at what they had to say. Greenidge Generation announces leadership transition, board changes, and selected preliminary financial and operating results for the third quarter. Okay, so right off the bat, leadership transition, first bullet point. Jeffrey Kurt to resign from his role as CEO and director effective October 7th, 2022. Okay, so this is a very disturbing development. You never like to see the CEO of a company stepping down. They're in hard times right now, and this is a fairly drastic measure to switch out the CEO. So I would say of all the rest of the things we're going to talk about, we'll look at some of their numbers, and their numbers weren't great, but I don't think their numbers were a big surprise. I think it's a surprise that they've made this change at leadership, and the market is adjusting downward. They do not like this at all. So David Anderson appointed as CEO and director effective October 8th. So David Anderson, I don't know a lot about, and he may have a great background, but again, it's more the fact that they essentially had to let go of their CEO, which is not a very good sign for what direction your company is moving in. Then they added another position. Scott McKenzie appointed as Chief Strategy Officer effective October 8th, 2022. So it looks like they're trying to bulk up management, this is a company that needs to improve their liquidity. They need to improve their profitability, and they need to continue to grow. So they have some big challenges ahead of them, with energy prices being where they are and the Bitcoin price being, still at or near its 2-year lows, hanging around in that $19,000 area. All these Bitcoin miners are facing very, very difficult times. So Greenidge is running into a little bit of a liquidity problem on top of all those other things. So let's look at third quarter 2022 highlights. Okay, expected revenue of approximately $29 million in the third quarter, so I think that's probably going to meet the market's expectation. Their mining per month has been where people expected it to be, I believe, and obviously the price of Bitcoin is down, so their revenue is driven by that. Expects GAAP net loss in the range of approximately $22 to $20 million for the quarter. So a GAAP net loss, but more importantly, expects adjusted EBITDA of approximately negative $3 million to negative $1 million for the quarter. So their adjusted EBITDA is expected to be a negative number. So they're going to lose money before depreciation and all that other stuff. So that's actually not a good sign. You really want to see EBITDA being positive because we're very accustomed to the GAAP net loss on these Bitcoin miners being negative based on just some of the accounting principles that are applied to the treatment of Bitcoin and with the reduced price of Bitcoin. But for EBITDA to go negative is not a good thing. Okay, produced approximately 866 Bitcoin during the third quarter, of which 278 were produced in September of 2022. So I want to go to a chart and show you where that leaves them. Okay, this is a chart of each Bitcoin miner comparing the month of September to the month of August for production. So you'll see Greenidge right now is number 8 out of all the publicly traded Bitcoin mining companies with 278 Bitcoin mined in the month of September. That is down a little bit from 301 in the month of August. The vast majority of the Bitcoin miners did go down a little bit in production, and that is because the difficulty level went way up in September. We've gotten another large adjustment to the upside in October again. So I don't think anybody was necessarily disappointed with these 278 Bitcoin mined. That probably pretty much met expectations. in my opinion, this is not the part that's driving the stock down. Okay, this is my chart that I keep track of. This is comparing every single Bitcoin miner from their lows in June of this summer. So June of 2022, all the Bitcoin miners hit a new low. So I've been comparing their current price to that low, and you'll see some of these in the green on the left side. Some of these are up big off of their summer lows. But 11 of these stocks are in the red, which means they are down even lower than their summer lows, even though Bitcoin is still up 10 or 11% off of its lows from the summer. So that means there's 11 of these that are underperforming versus Bitcoin. GREE is one of them. So this chart is now 2 days old. So I will update it for the next video that I make. But if we look at this, GREE was already minus 14%. If we look at yesterday's big board, you'll see right here, GREE was minus 24% yesterday. So that's on top of the minus 14% they already were coming into the day yesterday. So that puts them minus 38%. And in the middle of the trading day today, they're down just under 6%. So they're down about 44% off of their lows from this summer. So they are hitting new all-time lows. And if we go back to this chart, you'll see actually Mawson has been rallying a little bit in the last few days. But you're going to see Greenidge move to either second last or last place of all the Bitcoin miners as far as their stock performance goes over the last basically 100 days. And if we look at their stock performance over the last year, it's even much, much worse than that. Okay, so I'm just going to start on a big picture chart. This is Greenidge chart on the 1 week time frame. So each one of these candles represents 1 week. Okay, so you can see the price of this stock spiked massively upon its merger. So it got up over $500 for a moment in time. So from that moment in time till right now, this stock is down 99.76%, almost 99.8%. That's the most I've ever seen a stock down. It's not just because they had a burst at their merger and kind of crashed on that day. If I fast forward all the way to Monday, November 8th, so that was their local high. That's when all the Bitcoin miners hit their local high. So this was a legitimate number. You could see they had gotten lower than this, and they rallied into Bitcoin's all-time high at 69,000 in early November of 2021. So at that time, they were trading at around $30. So that was a much more realistic price target. They had fallen back down to earth. So even if we ignore all the rest of the activity prior to that, from their highs on November 8th, which is when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, this stock is down over 96% through to today. Even over the last 6 months, GREE is down over 90%. They're trading at $1.21 as we speak, so I don't know how much downside there is left in this stock. So of course, as with every stock, the potential downside is that this stock goes to zero. And I'm not saying that's not going to happen. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy this stock or sell this stock. I'm just trying to go through what's happened to this stock because it's been fairly dramatic. So as you can see, please be careful if you are trading this stock. This is an unbelievably volatile stock, and the tendency seems to be to the downside, and there doesn't seem to be any end. So I don't know at what point this could potentially become a buying opportunity. I'm not even going to go through any price targets to the upside. Right now, this stock's just in a straight up free fall. So I just wanted to bring everybody up to date on what's going on with Greenidge and what the situation is. So that's what I've got for you on Greenidge. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, we cover Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners all the time on this channel. So if you're interested in that content, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could remember to smash the like button, and you can join the channel if you want by hitting the join button or the link below. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.